Hi, I'm Marcelo de Santis, host of the Tech Series. Today I am at AWS headquarters in Seattle to meet someone who's helping organizations embrace AI transformation, JC Gutierrez, Managing Director of Technology and Innovation at AWS. He's right at the intersection of cloud, AI, and data, where the future of business is being reimagined.
We are going to prioritize the use of technology to help others, to bring water, to bring electricity, to bring knowledge to these communities in our countries.
As the world's largest cloud platform, AWS is reshaping industries, from startups to Fortune 100 companies, including consumer favorites like your Amazon Prime subscription. But beyond his technical expertise, what really makes JC stand out is how he leads, a style he calls virtuoso leadership. Time to head into the heart of the cloud and meet JC Gutierrez. Hello everyone, I'm here today with JC Gutierrez, Managing Director, Technology and Innovation at AWS. JC Gutierrez, welcome to the Tech Series.
Good to see you, Marcelo.
Thank you for your time. So let me start with AWS is an amazing company, super innovative. How is to be in charge of innovation in a company like AWS?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Thank you for the question, Marcelo. I lead all the technology teams for Latin America at AWS. Basically, all the countries that we have in LATAM, Brazil, Mexico. What a better time to work in a company like Amazon, and in particular in the AWS, with all the cloud transformation, AI, data, so it's amazing.
Timing, right?
Perfect timing.
So JC, in this role and in this geography specifically, where we have markets that have a lot of fluctuations sometimes, what does it mean to innovate with technology in terms of business outcomes? What are you hearing from customers?
Yeah, in Amazon, we work with our customers first. It is actually part of our culture. So we have the customer in the center and we work backwards from their needs. So listening to our customers, we see opportunities to actually improve in all their processes using cloud, using digital innovation, and of course using AI these days. So in all LATAM, there is a huge opportunity to improve from startups to big companies, from the financial services, from telcos, and jump to maximize the opportunities with the cloud. The point is that why cloud is so important for LATAM, because it's gonna reduce the cost of the operations versus legacy systems and traditional ways of making business. But it's also helping to innovate using the modern technologies that the cloud and AI are bringing to the table. Companies like Nubank, for example, that is one of the biggest fintech companies in the world.
That's Brazil, right?
It started in Brazil and now it's a global company. In Colombia, we have companies like Rappi, for example, that are doing all the food distribution and product distribution in minutes now with things like a Rappi Turbo, for example. All that innovation is possible because of the access through the cloud and the immediate connection with customers, with final customers, with technology.
Help us to understand something. I heard that the level of adoption of cloud is only 20%. I have to tell you, I was extremely surprised. So there is a lot of opportunity still to move workloads to the cloud.
Exactly. And that data comes from researchers like IDC, like Gartner, that are, the whole work they do is get surveys and data from the markets. So what these analysts are saying is that, and we, of course, we agree with that, there is a possibility of 80% of market there that is still exists with legacy systems, with mainframes that are not taking the advantage of the cloud, which is the main thing is you pay as you use, the consumption that brings the cloud. So 80% in LATAM is still like an open market to move. Huge potential. And we see that for the next 10 years. And that's only cloud. When you add modernization to that, like modern databases, AI, modern applications that will answer real time to your demands, to personalization, it is a huge opportunity. So for all the governments, for all the startups, and of course all the traditional businesses in Latin.
Enterprises. And that's part of your philosophy, right? Customer at the center always.
Exactly.
100%.
And that's super important with how we think in Amazon, and of course in AWS as part of Amazon. And I will say it's the same with all the businesses that we have in Amazon. So right now we're in Seattle with this amazing view of Amazon.
Look at this.
Yeah, and all these buildings that didn't exist years ago are now part of the headquarters in Amazon has in Seattle. But we have here Amazon Prime, we have here Amazon Studios, we have Twitch. It's not only AWS, but the core is that all these businesses in Amazon, they behave with the same culture, which is having the customer at the center. So our vision in Amazon is being the most customer-centric company in the world. And when we say that, it's because we don't restrict ourselves with technology, with specific products. It's the customer, the one that is driving what we do. And today we have even rockets and satellites that are coming as part of the innovation on behalf of the customers. So it's really the customer at the center, as you well pointed.
So JC, let's talk about you as a leader. And I know you are about to write a book about leadership, and I heard you speaking about leadership a few times, and I was always curious about this concept of virtuoso leadership. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, no, thank you, Marcelo. I mean, leadership, in addition to technology, is one of the areas that I'm really passionate about. And over the years, I learned about this virtuosity in leadership. And basically, it's having good habits. So we are what we do. We are not what we say we are. We have to put that in execution. And that's why important habits are in your leadership style. And when you have good habits, those become virtues. And when you have bad habits, those become vices. So virtuosity in leadership, or virtuous leadership, is having good habits when you lead people. So good habits like having empathy, good habits like having humility. So why is that good? Because in my experience, again, it's my personal journey, applying those good habits make you and your team better, make you and your team better leaders also. So humility, for example, is one of those key virtues. Why humility is important as a leader? Because it allows you to learn continuously, to recognize that you don't know everything, right? A vice will be arrogance, like you are a leader that knows everything. Like, I don't need to learn everything because I know it, right? That will be an arrogant leader. I always use the example of Blockbuster. The leaders in Blockbuster, they were very arrogant because they were the number one, massive investment all over the world, actually the number one rental company. And came this little company called Netflix and knocked the door and say, hey, I have a new technology. The arrogance from the leadership said, we don't need you, we know more than you.
And they disappear.
And Netflix became, really a super success, because Netflix, on the other side, they were humble enough to say, well, I have something that is really important, it is new, let's use it, let's grow, let's convince investors, and great case there. So that's basically virtuous leadership. How do I apply virtues with my team and also with everybody that is around me?
JC, let's move now into AI. Amazon is at the center of AI innovation. You're basically going across the AI stack from chips with Trainium and Inferencia to big data centers like Project Rainier, and even models when you are partnering with Anthropic. How do you plan to bring all these CapEx and partnerships investments to the benefits of your customers?
Amazon has been working with AI since the beginning. Okay, so Amazon was founded in 1994, became a public company in 1997, and AI has been part of the culture and data since the beginning.
I want to assume that all the elasticity that you were describing before was managed by machine learning algorithms to a certain point.
Has evolved. I mean, when we started, the cloud was not there, but internet was there. So really, internet made possible Amazon to be a success. In Amazon, AI has been there as a core capability.
It was part of your business models.
Exactly, from the beginning. But now, the revolution of AI, Gen AI, which is more recent, is really bringing a different component, which is creating content, creating music, creating videos, and adapting business models to Gen AI is a little bit different. Again, it's an evolution because it's bringing now the final user, the consumer, to the whole cycle. So businesses, what I see to your question on businesses, how they are adopting more Gen AI, where there are basically like 4 use cases or 4 buckets, I see. One is the personalization again, like Alexa or my shopping experience, but now we call it the hyper personalization. So the other buckets, Marcelo, are productivity, like internal productivity. So for example, from coding, developers that now can be helped with Gen AI to expedite the coding development, but also coding, documenting. I don't know you, but in my times as a developer back in the days, I hated to document.
We all did.
Right? So Gen AI is helping developers to document your own code, but also document the code of others, legacy coding, a code that can be documented. So that's a great use case. And in the productivity side, also to have tools internally to help you with better documentation, research of contracts. So second bucket, productivity, internal. The third one is more about processes that are, with this agentic evolution, processes that start to be more efficient.
And autonomous also,
and
right?
autonomous. So let's go to the robotics fulfillment centers. So that's the area where robots are evolving from machine learning robots to be more autonomous robots, where they can take decisions about where do I put this, at least a return, for example, where do I put this return? Maybe closer to a place where I can sell it again, right? Or maybe, and that decision is starting to happen more autonomous. And the last one that I also love is, and I know you love too, because it's the creativity part. So it's creating, music, video. So how do you use that in your business? Well, could be creating marketing campaigns. You can take a picture of a product and create a campaign, putting that product in different scenarios. Like, let's say it's a car, and then that car can be put in different environments so it becomes more attractive to you. So that's the last bucket, which is the content creation. So we see increases in all of that. You were asking about the layers, right? So how we see it in Amazon now, in a transversal way, there are 3 basic layers. One is the infrastructure, where we have at the infrastructure level compute, right? And this is in a huge demand. That's where companies like Anthropic, companies like Mistral, they can train their own models. Even DeepSeek, they can train their own models in this compute layer. So the second one is what we call the abstraction layer, where we can manage different models. And in our offering is called Bedrock. So it's basically a managed service, a managed platform that allows you to choose different models.
Let me ask you a question on that one. Do you optimize your cloud services to each of the models?
Exactly. Yes. And we make sure that we complement the models also with Bedrock, and we make sure that they are, for example, more secure. We have in Bedrock what we call the responsible AI and the guardrails. So, for example, if you want to use these models like DeepSeek or Anthropic or our own models like Nova, you can maximize the responsible AI features in Bedrock, so they are not used incorrectly in your use cases.
Give me an example of responsible AI. Yeah.
So, for example, a call center that you have an angry customer that is using bad words. And if you don't have guardrails, the model may start to use the same words, having empathy with you and answering you with bad words. That's probably not a good usage of your call center agents, right? So how do you make sure you have guardrails to filter words, filter racism, filter answers like, hey, let's create this to make damage to people? You have guardrails in Bedrock. But the big difference with Bedrock, Marcelo, is offering you choices.
So it's always choice at the center of every single product that you design.
Exactly.
And, customer centricity.
Exactly. And then the last layer is about applications. So developers could use QDeveloper, for example, is an application solution that we have. So you can use it and it's gonna accelerate your developing. The whole software development cycle is not only the coding, it's the whole cycle. But also we have agents that can help you with migrations automatically. So you want to migrate .NET code to the cloud, or you want to migrate mainframe, COBOL coding to the cloud. You can use these services for transformation. That will be the application layer.
When you are describing this application layer, it comes to my mind that there is like a big building block on top of every single architecture that is basically inference. And you're inferencing software as a service solutions, your databases, the web, everything. Do you think, JC, that through time, agents will disintermediate all the other apps that are down the stack in large corporations, and we are going to be having conversations with technology, and Bedrock and all the agents are going to be finding out what the answers are?
Yeah, no, totally. So what I see is in this AI evolution, we are moving from Gen AI with bots and more traditional, I ask you, you answer me, to agents that are becoming more autonomous. And agents are, when you talk about solutions, enterprise solutions, they are all of them, they are moving to be more agentic. So yeah, agentic is the future for all these type of applications.
JC, I know AWS has a very large partnership with Formula One, and I'm Formula One fan, so I want to know, what is that partnership all about? How do you guys help the drivers and the team? But also, how do you help fans like me that want to get engaged with every single detail of Formula One races? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm also, Marcelo, as you know, a Formula One fan. And I can tell you, I'm super happy every time that I see a race and see the partnership.
Ferrari, Red Bull?
I'm Ferrari.
Good.
We also have a partnership with Ferrari, AWS and Ferrari. But AWS has a big, an important partnership with all Formula One. And that started in 2018. We actually extended the partnership until 27. And it goes in different dimensions. So for example, the current car that all the Formula One drivers use was redesigned in an agreement between Formula One and AWS.
Wow. So you mean the design of the car, the aerodynamics of the car?
We use the technology to help the designers to do it, basically with a hypercomputer, with HPC, fluid calculation with machine learning, and of course, at the end, the designers were from Formula One, but we supported with technology and also with our own experience. But basically, the design of the car was done to help on the hot air that goes at the end of the car and make the cars more competitive. So that's why the cars were redesigned in 2022. And now you have 30 more percent engagement with the car. So it is a more competitive car. And the GRS, when the cars pass, is becoming more competitive because of the redesign of the cars. I don't know if you know this, Marcelo, but every car has more than 200 IoT devices.
Wow.
And that
200.
More than 200 actually. And from the tires itself, from the wheels, from the brains. So all those IoT devices are sending more than 1 million data points per second.
So when you're talking about all these data points, I mean, I just want people that maybe not following Formula One as us, is 10 teams, each team has 2 cars, so 20 cars are streaming all that data real time.
Real time.
You guys are getting that into your AWS instances and services, and you're providing these insights to us that we're watching live the race.
Real time. And there are several insights, like the impact of tire changes. Also, there is a GenAI app now that you can ask questions during the race.
Oh, I didn't use that one.
Yeah, it's actually, I invite you to use it. You can ask about, history, like who won the last race. We have the UK Grand Prix recently, and who won the last one. Who's the top winner of the, this century, things like that you can ask with GenAI. So, but the point is that at every race is the biggest data event at that time globally. So the 20 cars that you said, 1 million data points per second, plus cameras, the narrators, all that sending information through the cloud at the same time during the race time. We are at an Amazon Go store. You wanna go for a drink?
Of course, I follow you.
Let's go. So we're gonna take the water, and I'm gonna show you how it works.
Okay.
Basically, we just take it and go out. We don't have to go to any cashier, look for my credit card. And, the technology is called Just Walk Out.
Perfect branding.
The store is called Amazon Go. The technology is Just Walk Out. And that's it. That's it. Let's go.
Wow. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. Are you sure we paid, right?
Yes, it's already my credit card. That's how it works.
Well, you know what? I'm not only thirsty, but also hungry.
Hungry?
Yeah.
Do you want a free banana?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's go over there to the banana stand.
What is this all about?
Well, this came as an idea from Jeff Bezos in 2015. So he saw this as a great opportunity to have the community engage. And basically, we have free bananas. You can stop here, get a banana, and that's it.
This is incredible. So, hey, how are you? I was told these bananas are for free. Is that true?
They are free bananas.
Wow.
There you go.
I'll take one. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Appreciate it. You too.
Wow. This is a full experience.
It is.
JC, thank you for your time. Thank you for the free banana. And I hope we pay for the drink.
Yeah, it is already paid, believe me.
Thank you. It was an amazing conversation. Thank you very much. Another great interview with an extraordinary leader. I truly enjoyed it. What touched me most today was how JC leads with his values. He believes leadership is not only about results, but about helping people grow and act based on a set of values. That's what he calls virtuoso leadership, and it shows in every story he shared. JC made it clear, technology must drive real outcomes. It's about solving real customer problems. From custom chips to cloud infrastructure, he and his team are focused on turning innovation into impact, always starting with the customer and working backwards to deliver meaningful results. Finally, today I met someone who is both brilliant and impactful. JC is practical, business-minded, tech-savvy, and truly inspired. He made me believe there is a real virtuoso flywheel at work, where leadership fuels innovation and innovation accelerates customer impact. Thank you for watching. This is the Tech Series, where innovation meets humanity. See you in the next episode. And
Blooper.
hey, what? Look into that one. Well, guys, cheers.
Cheers and free banana.
Free bananas. Hi, I'm not Marcelo de Santis.